Hello, hello. Welcome to today's Saturday Live for Halloween. Mwahaha. Actually, I should have seen if I could do a filter, but we will just go ahead as scheduled. Oui. So I decided to pull the cards live today. I'm just kind of getting an idea of which ones I'm going to use. I have a feeling. I got a feeling. But I'm going to use these. And then I'm just going to tap into, hello, viewers. How are you today? I'm just going to see if there's another deck in particular that will help. Those who are watching live, I think we'll we'll use this deck here. And I think that is going to be it. We are going to use the Work Your Light, the Animal Spirit, and the Wisdom of Avalon. And I feel like that is going to be more than enough today. As if you didn't catch my, I went live last night, did something a little bit different and pulled cards by donation. So one card was 11, 2 cards 22, 3 cards 33. It just gives people the opportunity to have a small reading for an affordable price. And if you're just looking for like a quick snippet, then that's the perfect way to do it. So I will be offering that at another time. I also did pull general cards for that reading. So if you feel called to it, then if your intuition takes you there, then I'd advise you to have a listen. There were a couple of private readings, but the majority of the reading was actually general. So, hey, Jocelyn, how you doing? Just going to tap into the energies. I'm actually not going to do past, present, future. I'm going to just pull straight cards for advice. So we're going to look at it all as in a timeless nature. But what Spirit is wanting us to know, because time can be a little bit confusing for us anyways. So when we're doing past, present, future, it helps us kind of navigate and understand things. But sometimes I feel like there's so much happening. There's so much energy and it's all connected, past, present, future. And I feel like this is one of those times. Everything is connected. Everything. And that means past lives, future possibilities. And there's something even greater than that at play right now. Something's really at stake in terms of the higher realms and why we came here, to serve out a mission, have dual purpose, to be incarnated, but also to serve. And I do feel like there are some extremely high stakes for the galactic realms, and particularly a few of you will understand that starseed medicine, and you know that there's something important, and it feels heavy right now. It feels really heavy. And so right now I just kind of want to do a snapshot of all of the energies that we're dealing with and to really see if we can find some clarity just to move through them, and just some advice for today in particular, going through this weekend. And as we shift once again into the energies of November. So already we are heading into November, which is totally wild. It is a blue moon tonight. So it is a full moon, it is a blue moon, and there is a lot of extra magic within that energy. So let us get started. Let's see what the universe wants us to know today for our highest and best. And for some reason, they're telling me to show you my citrine. So maybe someone needs some citrine medicine healing. This one is a very cleansing stone. So if you don't have one yourself, go on out and get yourself one. So let's see. We're working with the Raven right now. We're working with shaman medicine. Either you have... you are a medicine man or woman, and you are really going through the initiations and the work of really integrating and understanding the lessons and the soul bonds and contracts that you made prior to coming here, and maybe realizing that it's been a little bit more challenging or difficult than you anticipated. But it says you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. So those of you who resonate strongly with this medicine, raven, crow, you might also be connecting in with the orca whale, humpback whale. Those are the Akashic record keepers. Very sacred, very ancient beings holding space, protecting grid lines on this earth for us so that we can actually move easier in terms of remembering who we are and being creators and really using our magic from ancient times, as we are most likely reincarnated, coming back and experiencing something new and having to recall the memories of the past and remember our gifts because they're inherent within us. And so we're recalling that medicine, that magic at this time so that we can move forward. And it's just 555 on the timestamp. So a lot of change is happening, but definitely the medicine of remembering the magic that you have within you and using it for good, using it for transformation and connecting in with the elemental spirits. So Mother Gaia, the trees, the ground, the rocks, everything that you can connect into to ground yourself, to make this home in this lifetime. That is really important at this time. And we have you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. When you are in shaman energy, shaman territory, the lessons are not easy. You call them forth to you, and perhaps you forget how difficult they actually are, how challenging they actually are in nature. And so sometimes we can feel like we bit off more than we could chew, so to speak. And especially when now we're going into Scorpio medicine, we're coming into more underworld energy. We can kind of feel like, okay, what did I get myself into? Did I take 10 million wrong turns? Because I was pretty sure a month ago that I was on the right track. But now the whole world has been turned around and rearranged like a Rubik's Cube. And now I'm not so sure. I'm really questioning everything. And so you can really have a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights and depression coming up at this time, because it can seem like spiritual whiplash, because you're trying, or you're not trying, you're balancing out your mind, body, spirit. And when you get too much in the mind, your exhaustion stems from that upper crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, and things get, clogged up, blocked, and then there's self-sabotage, etc. But, Spirit is saying, come on, you're actually doing much better than you think. You are learning how to balance the mind. You're understanding the pain that is caused when you overanalyze. You're understanding when you are all up in your mind and you don't connect into your heart, that causes conflict within you, and it causes conflict outside of yourself. So it doesn't matter if you're manifesting, but if you're only coming from one of those and you are a magician, you have shaman medicine, you're not balanced. So your outside world isn't going to look balanced. So it says, keep facing your true north. You are on the right track. Trust your instincts, trust your gut. There is something that you are working on, that you have been working on, possibly for millions of years. I'm just throwing that out there. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up just yet. Spirit is still working with you. There is an energy of impatience here, but try not to... I got shit to bed. So I'm just going to say that anyways, even though it's a little iffy for me, but I'm a potty mouth, swear like a sailor. So, you guys shouldn't be all that surprised. Anyways, so you are already doing it. Stay true to yourself. Keep on going. You have done far more than you're even giving yourself credit for. And it says the stag, pride and leadership. Hey, resonating to the number 8. This is a cyclical energy. You are coming back to a crux point in your life in terms of patterns from childhood, patterns from past lives, and they're saying you're going to knock it out of the park, meaning there is no way you are repeating this cycle. You came here to dismantle it. And you might not have recognized how much power and strength and courage that would take. And you're still in the final kind of leg of it. You have some remnants, some splinters, but you're still in the mindset. You still have that intuitive knowledge and understanding that there might still be closure in regards to this energetic clearance, this energetic cycle that you are renewing, clearing, and adjusting to fine tune to a new frequency that you're actually holding by standing in your courage, standing in your leadership, and acting with integrity, and having pride in the choices you've made, and having pride in terms of doing things with dignity. Now, of course, we need to make sure that our pride doesn't get in the way of clearing this cycle, of healing this cycle. So you really need to drop into your heart, drop into your soul, your spirit, in order to maintain that strong stag energy, right? Because even stags can slip at times, right? If you're slipping, if you're going into depression, if you're going into anxiety, if you feel anger bubbling up, it's time to meditate. It is time to get serious about the messages that have been coming in, because if you're like me, you know you don't want to stay in that energy any longer. You're done with it. Or so you think you are. But you can make that commitment that you're ready. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to go to the distance here. If there is something left unsaid, if there is something left undone in this lifetime that I can complete, that I can finish, that I said I was going to, that I committed to before I came here, I will do it, right? So you are staying strong in that leadership energy. You will show how it's done in terms of healthy leadership, and you're continuing on that path. So try to stay clear of those lower energies that would have you going in that wash cycle of negative thinking, because it's here. Those energies are here. You can feel them. When the veil is thin, there's also that kind of mirroring energy where your inner conflict, your inner fear is meddling with you, because it's kind of like the ego and the higher self, right? It's to help you unearth. It's to help you reveal. So we have Goose, inner knowing. This is a big one too, because we can see them, right? They're flying away and they're working together. They're a community in the air. And you don't often see goose or geese alone, right? So this is taking community effort. You are not alone. Connect back into the grid. If you feel like you've become disconnected and you're in your abandonment energy, you might have been doing really well. And this shift into Scorpio energy, shift into November, your expectations are going, whoa, new month. Did anything that I thought was going to happen? Those are the ego time limits, right? And that's another reason perhaps that I'm doing this as a timeless reading in terms of not past, present, future. These are all messages out of time for us, because once we say, okay, it's going to happen by the end of October. Now it's October 31st. Now where are you at, right? Are you flexible enough to be like, open up that doorway to all the possibilities and take the timing out of it? That's really challenging and difficult, but let's see what inner knowing has. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. So there have been some two-faced energies here, people who are kind to your face, but they talk behind your back, or people who pretend they're supportive, but they don't actually support you. They're envious or jealous. And so this energy too about loyal friends is, even if there are those two-faced people, they're working on their own stuff. Hopefully you can be discerning about who that is in your life. And sometimes it's as simple as going, so-and-so. Is that person two-faced? And then you'll hear yes or no in your heart space. And you have to be mindful of what voice is talking back to you, because if you're familiar with that, then go ahead. You'll know which is true and which is not. But sometimes you can fall into a trap of of if you're in negative thinking, if you are in depression, then sometimes your ego kind of steps in there. So you have to be really discerning about what is your intuitive voice. But allow yourself to be held by those loyal friends, okay? And also remember what I was saying about when the geese fly in the V shape, they all stick together, they take turns, right? The one goose isn't at the front the whole time. They take turns being leaders, okay? This is another really interesting one. They take turns being leaders, so they are all equals. So interesting that geese are showing us how to look at each other without that competition energy once again. And that's that energy of that two-faced individual. So if we come to each other as equals, if we come to each other as with loyalty in terms of our life path, our commitment to light, to love, to learning, to growth, to evolution, we might look at certain decisions, actions, choices, interactions a little bit differently here. We have to step it up. We have to make sure that we are embodying our highest self, the highest version of ourselves that we can possibly be in this lifetime. So you are going in the direction of your destination, your destiny. So keep going, keep flying, making sure that you're trading off along the way. So you're not going to burn yourself out getting to that destination. You know that you can rest, you can kind of float for a while, find the thermals, be smart about this stage in your journey. And to clarify, we have Council of Light. So divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. In this card, we have all sorts of deities. We have Jesus. We have, a Buddhist monk. I think we have Gandhi. Anyways, you guys can take a look and see what you think. But they're people, leaders from the past, wise people from the past. And, in terms of that inner knowing, they followed their inner knowing and they sacrificed for that inner knowing. So, you have a Council of Light helping you at this time. And remember at the very beginning, I was talking about the Galactic Federation a little bit. Now, we all have missions here. Who knows who those missions are connected to? What happens if we don't fulfill it? What happens if we do? I don't know because I can't remember. But what I do know is that there are energies, entities, ancestors, angels, ascended masters who are helping us at this time because, like I said, the stakes are big. Even though this is a simulation, this is a game, the growth, the evolution is not. So, definitely understand that there is divine orchestration and you are being helped, you are being guided to follow your inner knowing. And we have the owl. We have deception and wisdom once again, number 4. So we have the goose, the crow, the raven, and the owl. So in terms of the Council of Light, it says divine orchestration, but also goose, inner knowing, be confident about your destination. So in terms of discernment, you really have to trust your radar at this point. So trusting that you are finding your way through the darkness, through deception. So through those two-faced friends, you're going, okay, that's a two-faced friend. There might have been something off. Now I understand it. Now I'm not going to reveal as much. I'm not going to share as much, or I'm not going to spend as much time with them. Or, okay, there's a new information coming forth in a form of truth. Now I have to use my discernment and look at this situation from a new perspective, a different perspective. But also understanding that the divine orchestration can also be when that truth is revealed or when the deception is revealed. So definitely paying very close attention to your wisdom, because that wisdom is what discerns deception, either in yourself or another. So it's also a time, that's why you're being helped to divine your inner knowing, is because, somewhere along the way, fear does really take precedence. So our own fears at this time are so heightened by everything that's going on that we can be pushing down, numbing the truth of our feelings. And we might not want to admit a certain truth because it doesn't look good on paper or other people aren't going to understand it. But even if you admit that truth to yourself, that is something very, very powerful. And I have a feeling that Spirit would really help unlock that energy if you do admit that to yourself. Beautiful. We have the white stag. So not only do we have the stag in the Wisdom of Avalon card, we have the white stag in the Animal Spirit Medicine card. So double stag medicine. And the white stag, no less, of course, is a brilliant protector. It talks about purity, innocence. And it says, you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Once again, you must use your intuition to get to your destination. This cannot be done analytically. If you try that route, you are losing out on a huge opportunity. So, awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. You are powerful. Do not underestimate yourself. If you need to apologize, apologize. If you need to go for a certain job, go for that job. What your heart is telling you, what Spirit has been reminding you, go in that direction, okay? There might be more to dig up, more to unearth in that regard, because it is fully connected to your destiny and your destination. Continue facing your true north, which means that you might have kind of slowed down a little bit, but you are still facing the direction of your destiny. So really understand that you are very connected, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, I am struggling. I need more help now than I've ever needed before. Or I need a new perspective on this situation. Or I have a lot of anxiety to do with money or finances or work. Please help me see clarity on how to move in a more positive direction or a more abundant direction. So really communicating your needs at this time is also going to be helpful. To clarify that, we have trust the niggle. Something ain't right, or something is beckoning you. There's something off. 2222 was just on, or 2222, was just on the timestamp. So that's synchronicity to someone. It says, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? There's a gut instinct happening here, okay? Something is unfinished, or there is a major deception somewhere, or you're lying to yourself about something. It's really, really important that you listen to your own power, you listen to your own intuition, because that is wholly connected with this energy of discernment, of deception, of wisdom. There is something, this doesn't necessarily say good or bad. These things can be neutral until we discover what they are about. But there is something here that if you do not listen to your intuition, you're going to have a little setback, a little, initiation trap. But the owl is here to help you see through this. What are you missing? What have you been avoiding? What do you need to look into a little bit more? Or, can you simply focus all your intention, all your medicine on creating your blessings? So what energies are hindering that? What energies are taking you away from or distracting you from focusing your energy on blessings instead of what has happened in the past, or maybe misgivings or misfortune? So to clarify, we have risk. Number 40. I'm going to read this from the card deck booklet, if I can find it. We lost one. I hope it wasn't that one. Here we go. So, all right. 40. I love this deck. It's really, really been one of my favorites. So, Wisdom of Avalon by Colette Baron Reed. Number 40, risk. This marker brings excitement to your path. And it's funny because we have this with Protector. You're an old soul. Trust your magic and trust the niggle. So your intuition is the key here. This marker brings excitement to your path. You cannot know the outcome of the action you are being called to take until you do it. So this niggle, this intuitive hit, that's all they're saying, niggle, is an intuitive hit, an intuitive understanding. You have to trust that you're being led there for a reason, even though your analytical mind might be going, no, 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 and the brakes might be coming on. So you really, this is a mastery test. In this way, you're required to be blind in the forest for a time, risking all you know and all you've acquired on your journey for the potential of something better. Perhaps the training you require demands faith in what you cannot experience with your 5 senses, but reliance on the 6th sense, your intuition, can provide you with another type of sight to aid you in your journey. Very important questions can be answered now. Is engaging in the situation worth the risk? Or does my inner sight tell me to wait until another opportunity comes? Am I willing to learn a lesson of defeat and surrender to the promise of unknown potential? Pray for guidance and ask for a sign. If the answer is yes, take the risk. If no, rest, regroup, and wait on the will of the divine mystery. Another sacred journey marker may reveal the answer. Wow. So no questions there. Definitely needing to trust our intuition and move forward in our power, in this leadership energy, the stag energy, and understanding that you're protected, you're on the right path, you're on the right track, you're exactly where you're meant to be. And moving forward, there is a pinnacle point choice here to be made. And it's on you. So no matter what happens, this is a destiny point, okay? Even if there's 2 totally different options that come from this energy, you've gotten to the destiny point anyways. So why not celebrate that in and of itself? That means that you've mastered a lot of lessons and you're ready to take that risk. You're ready to either listen to your intuition and dive into a soul bond connection energy, if that is what you are guided to do. And that will take you to, on one branch of your path. And or you, like the card was saying, you're going to go solo. You're going to walk in the dark through the woods and see what happens. So either option for you is a good one because you're always wanting to learn. You're always wanting to evolve and grow. But there is a choice point coming up here, and you're going to have to listen to your intuition to make the best choice for you. There is no wrong choice. The best choice for you. Copenhagen, Denmark. Beautiful. I'd really like to visit Denmark sometime. There's someone I follow on Instagram who has the most amazing drone photography, and it looks so stunning. Just absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'm in Canada, so it is absolutely beautiful here too, but wow, Denmark looks just amazing, astonishing. So let me see. I'm going to take a look at the comments here for a moment. Two. I would say trust your niggle on that one. I don't know. If you work with entities or energies, or when you were a kid, you can see people who have passed over. Being October 31st, the veil is very thin. So you would have to be very mindful of your boundaries and your protection. And so looking for the answer inside of yourself is the guidance that I'm receiving, that there may be other options there for you to explore, and really tapping into what that means for you, what is getting your attention, and what is associated with that energy. So, right now it is probably just before noon. So I came on around 11:11. So I'm just kind of tapping in here. I'm not going to pull personal cards today. That's just what I'm being guided to do. And I think part of the reason for that is I do have medium skills as well. And I don't want to open up that energy for today. I'm just not feeling that it is, there's not enough of a protective energy around at this point. So I don't feel comfortable doing private pulls within this energy here. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed the general reading. Essentially, the main energies coming through here are you are a magician. You are creating. The spirit, the divine, is co-creating with you. There is destiny at play. You do have to drop into your highest magic, your highest power for good. And in that is empowerment and leadership. I mean, you don't have to do anything. I'm just saying this is, the highest and best energy that's being put out here for you, that you are being helped at this time should you so need it. But essentially, this entire reading is about your intuition. You are on the right path. You are a leader in your own right, and you must lead with integrity for the highest benefit of all. Listening to your intuition is going to help you through a particular situation that is either happening right now or you will shortly be experiencing. And it is a big initiation, a big challenge for you spiritually, because it's going to take everything you've learned up until this point to really make that choice from your heart and your soul, and not just from your ego and your mind. That is why you have the white stag, recognizing once again you are an old soul. Okay, you came here with a dual purpose, and nature is giving you clues, nature is giving you signs. So meditate and drop into your connection with the universe, your connection to nature, your connection with animals. Drop in, drop in, drop in. Get to the heart of the matter. Open your heart. Trust your intuition. Trust the signs and the omens that are coming forward. And know that as a shaman, as a medicine person, someone that is simply here to grow, here to learn, you are always going to have to take a risk to get the highest and best gain. So right here, right now, we're working with our fears. Face your fears, be courageous, move forward, know that you can move in the darkness because you are your own light, and you have the council of light assisting you at this time. So if you are afraid, if this path has been difficult, if you feel so challenged that you're ready to give up, this is another reminder here from Spirit that, and it was just 3333, you came here to be courageous, okay? You are courageous, and you've done enough. But should you wish to continue this journey as that magician, as that creator, there was something really special and amazing waiting for you, around that corner that you cannot see. You cannot see what is around the corner, and people who aren't intuitive or are skeptical will be, well, if you're psychic, how come you can't see that? Yeah, okay. So we all know that things are hidden for a reason. And so really, that's why this is a master test on trusting your intuition and being discerning, because things are not what they seem. And so how do you assess that situation? With your heart, with your team, with your wisdom, and you guys have got this. So once again, I wish you guys all the best. Listen to your intuition, meditate, ask for the answers, and you will receive them. And good luck to you all. I will see you on Tuesday for the Tarot Tuesday reading, unless I am back for a messages by donation. Yeah, and I'll just say one more thing, Jerry the Pope. I'm not doing readings today just because, as I mentioned before, the energy is not right for it. But there are people who will catch the replay that these messages are important for, but I'm not willing to go into private readings at this point. That's my boundary, and I'm sticking to it. You create change. So you can wait for a very long time for the outside circumstances to change. What do you want to change? Get particular with it. What do you want to see? Start envisioning what you want to see from yourself, because you can't make anyone else do anything. So what do you want to see from yourself? How do you want to be? How do you envision yourself in 2021? Start with that and see where you end up. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate that, and we will catch you next time. Ciao for now. Happy Halloween.